In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts,
Hey,
deedly dee.
that's how we start this podcast. You singing that.
It's just
then
that?
we go into it, yeah.
I'll fucking sing.
All right.
I think I won't, but I will.
No, I know you.
He will. I've heard him.
I like it when you call me senorita.
I dare you to start it that way.
What?
It's
Senorita
not-
or coconuts?
It's not the
Senorita.
first time he's done it.
No.
Let's do it.
Like,
much of a
matter of
dare.
fact, it's
I
not,
know.
I
it,
just
won't
want
be,
you to
it
do it.
won't be the second time that he's done it.
Yeah, I think I've done it 2 or 3 times to AG though.
Yeah.
So.
With-
Live show.
I think he started
mic.
this that way before.
Oh, it's already started?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, we're already going.
Oh, well, fucking A.
well, fucking A. What's up, everybody?
Fuck
It's
boys.
the Freedom Friends Podcast.
Hey, I need some more senorita, goddamn.
I like it when you call me senorita.
As promised, mediocre at best, as you can tell. We are the Freedom Friends. Mikey Fahey, myself. We got the incomparable Jazz Broom to my catty corner, right next to him, the always attractive and wise Scott Jansen. And I could not be here without my favorite terp,
Hey, that's
John
me.
Simons.
That's
And
me.
today, you'll notice that we have one epic fucking mustache. There is one epic mustache on the show. Jazz, who do we got with us?
What we have here is a fine example of grade A freedom.
I
A
agree.
mustache so worth the ride, it comes with its own handlebars.
Oh.
Like a Schwinn.
Like a Schwinn. It frames a mouth only in the way that a reticle frames a target, because it's exactly what you're aiming for when this world comes around. The gray represents wisdom, and the black represents that satisfying smack that you get from a good cup of coffee. My friend and yours, Brandon Hamrick, ladies and gentlemen.
Here for off the cuff.
God, off the top of the head, man. Jazz, well done, sir, as always.
Wow. It's not going to be that good.
Dude,
You're gassing me up.
that was remnants of the very first drink, like the very first
old-fashioned
drink
drink, yeah.
description. That was phenomenal, sir.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Brandon, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
So what brings you here, Brandon?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Plenty of it, yes. No, these guys...
Man owns a bar, and he was like, "You have booze? Yeah, I'll be there."
I'm in.
Guy who owns a bar is like, yeah, I'll come. Fuck it. Yeah, whatever. Brandon, you are a patriot,
Yes, sir.
a freedom-loving son of a bitch, and you're a friend of mine in Jazz, and I hope that after this you will be closer with these 2 fine gentlemen
Absolutely.
who you have met in the past, but not had the pleasure of really hanging out, right?
No, we're not to
How-
the kiss on the lips.
Yeah,
level
how long
yet.
did you guys hang out before you guys got close? Because I
Twice.
want to stay like
That was
2 hours
twice.
short of that.
About 6 inches. About 6 inches long.
Yeah, this is actually the 3rd time we've ever seen each other.
Yes. Maybe the 5th.
No, it's
Yeah,
the
his
3rd
eyes
time.
closed. He
It's
got
just
his
both
eyes
times included a 5th before.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Mikey and I met over a 5th, too.
You know
I
what?
see where this
There's
goes.
a whole lot of beard on this side of the bar tonight.
There he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Some
impressive.
good-looking beards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
We're not taking away from what y'all have.
No, I'm going to shave
Well,
tonight.
Jazz keeps his tight,
I
man.
don't
Like,
feel
I
it.
shaved
do.
a
I
couple
trim
days
this
ago.
like,
Yeah,
I
he-
trim it this short all the time. Yeah.
Huh?
keeps it
Yeah.
tight. And
It looks like a couple days ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we all know when Scott shaves his beard, what happened.
Well, it's
If
my
Scott
wife.
shaved, he got laid. Let's just have it.
She prefers me not have a beard.
Yeah.
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 So if she shaves, he has to shave. It's just a fair trade-off.
So if she shaves,
You should
Yeah.
see her now.
Yeah.
I haven't shaved in a while. Yeah.
she doesn't like it.
Yeah. Let's just say they're both bearded, right?
It's a veritable
Oh,
forest.
speaking of that, when I stopped in and got ice, there's literally a fucking bearded lady. I almost was like, "Hey, do you want to come be on a podcast?" It was like
If you would have walked in here with a bearded bitch, I don't know what I would have handled.
She had a goatee. She had a goatee that would rival Scotch right now.
Goddamn.
I swear to God.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Are you sure that just wasn't a dude with bitch tits?
No, it's maybe.
The gal that was
It's kinda like a
really
moo-moo.
nervous coming up to say, "Hey, we'd like to get you to kind of sponsor the show or something." She had something going. Did you notice that,
Yeah.
dude? She had a 5 o'clock shadow. Like
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
just right.
It looked like she'd been like Noroko in that bitch.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was savage.
Yeah.
I was a little jealous.
If you're a lady,
So
you
nervous,
should
wasn't
nair
I?
it.
She was.
Yeah,
She was.
that'll
she
rough
was-
out the inside of your thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah. God,
I'm
man.
just saying.
I don't want rug burn on my balls. That's weird.
Nothing like some morning after thigh
But is
chafe.
it? But is it?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Just saying.
Full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, this might be
Sandpaper
the
lets you know
gayest
it's
fucking episode
oh, it's
we've
gonna
ever
be
put
so
out.
gay.
Hashtag might be.
Yeah,
Hashtag me too, please.
yeah.
So one of the first things we always do on the show here, Jazz, how's your weekend?
You know what, man? My weekend was fucking mellow.
Yeah.
Wife had some stuff. She had to go handle some family stuff. She was gone for a few days, and then when she got back, we had a work thing we had to attend to on Saturday,
We did.
and which I got to see the beautiful Brandon Hamrick at because he came and hung out.
Dang.
And but after that, man, wife wanted some home time, just kind of kick back, take it easy, and keep it real mellow. So we did. We stayed at home, watched a shit ton of movies,
Nice.
Nice.
and
It's always a good time.
drank a bunch of wine and just kind of
Fucking A.
you know. And we're oh absolutely, dude.
No, yeah.
Because I'm a stemware and she's a stemless kind of girl, so she likes to have the stemless thing. And
Makes sense.
Well, yeah.
I like to have the
was
stem
gonna
so I
say,
can sit there and fucking play with the wine glass. But
Got it.
I'm glad you're not a stemless
Watching the
kind of
ladies
guy.
dance.
yeah,
Watch the ladies dance.
watch the
Check out
ladies
my
dance. But yeah, no, we kept it real fucking mellow. Had a couple errands we had to go run, and old lady said we had to go to Target, so I had to make that trip.
Nice.
Which
Target.
yeah, that meant wandering around Target
The
while she
Target boutique.
found things that we needed, couldn't live without. So,
Yeah.
but I still came home with like 6 new bottles of wine, so
Oh, nice.
As you do.
it was whatever. I was like, all right. I don't typically buy my wine at a Target, but they had a couple brands that I was familiar with, so I didn't snatch those up.
Wine's
But
good.
I love wine, man.
Wine's great.
Fucking yeah.
I can't do it, man.
No?
Yeah. it
I
just-
can.
It gives me the worst fucking hangover.
Wine's my
imaginable.
And once
wine's
I
my
start, I
daily
drink
drink. That's
it.
my like
Wine's
yeah. That's get home from work.
Well, I know
Yeah,
that
pop the cork and
John's
fucking.
big on wine because he does that whole Mediterranean.
Wine and I are.
diet.
I do. I like
wine
wine.
and I are both
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah.
John and I are both wine club members.
I
Like,
know.
we both.
I feel
go
I'm
into
a
wine
classy
houses and shit.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
You shoot yourself in the foot. You are. I'm like you're not gonna experience something that you could experience. Wine is a great.
Yeah, and
Wine
it is
is-
one of those things, Mikey. I will
wine
give
to
you
me-
if you fuck around with the wrong wines,
Sure.
Oh, it'll fuck you up.
No,
it'll fuck you
and
up.
granted, like last time I had wine, it was a box of fine wine.
Oh, okay. See,
So the
stuff
reason
that's
you-
extremely
I've
high
slapped
sugar
the bag
content and
time or
I
stuff.
was
two.
going to ask
The
if you took
sugar.
the bag
No,
out and
of course,
slapped it.
dude. I've
The-
slapped
the-
the bag.
that's all
The
the
time.
sugar
sugars in that
content
shit,
that's in that
We've
is
got our
why.
finest yellowtail service.
Yeah, right. This is a Shiraz
This is
Cab
a-
blend.
Coming at it
Like
with
that shouldn't even be blended.
This is a Shiraz Cav blend by Franzia.
Yeah.
Hey, Franzia, give us money. Fuck it.
We'll all drink it.
No, I feel like wine. It's kind of
We're always
like
looking for
whiskey and
sponsors, by the way.
cigars.
Give us money.
I feel like wine's like whiskey or cigars or even craft beer nowadays. Like there's so much out there that you get these phenomenal flavors out of, and you don't really realize it until you start going down that rabbit hole. Now
Yeah.
wine's a horrible fucking rabbit hole to go down.
God, it's the worst rabbit hole. It is an expensive adventure. 'Cause you're just
I'm
like,
a fucking wine club member.
Well,
Jesus
hey,
Christ.
I avoid wine for the
Hey, John, you
same
got the
reason
cut?
I avoid
Yeah.
archery.
Which one? This or
Because I know if I get involved, it's going to be
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
It's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and you can't half-ass
if
it.
it happened to me, man,
I
I
have
started
too
getting
many
into
other
wine,
hobbies,
and now I'm a fucking.
Too many
Add-
others.
What's one more?
Not only am I a winery member, I'm an estate winery member. So I only have like the twice a year pickup, and it's like I don't even get to pick what the fuck's in it. They're
Right.
like, their sommeliers like, this is what you're getting, and it's
See,
like, oh,
mine's
thanks.
once a quarter. I get 6 bottles every quarter. And
Yeah.
yeah. So I got to go pick up 6 bottles.
Yeah, but I'm picking up like 6 to 8
Every
bottles
quarter
a
of a
week.
month?
So
Right.
this shit's
Huh?
fucking
Every
rough.
quarter of a month.
Right, I know. That's weekly.
Well, how about we go with the other wine connoisseur at the end of the bar, John? How was your weekend?
It was actually really fucking awesome.
You died and got shot again.
I did. I
Well,
was
no, he
dead
was
and then
dead
got killed.
And then got killed.
Oh, well,
So
pretty sure that's what I just said.
yeah, about mid last week. About mid last week, I'm sitting in my office and I hear Scott yell, "John, you want to be a zombie?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to be a zombie." He's like, "Cool.
Someday.
Saturday we're gonna be zombies." I'm like, "Done." And that was it. And I was like, "Okay, cool. Where? When? How?" And then
Why?
In the Black Rifle.
yeah, so we were we went out to Black Rifles Ranch, and we got all dressed up like zombies, and
The pictures were cool.
They killed us.
The pictures were cool.
It was fucking. It was great.
I'm not exactly
You
sure.
actually did ash in my fucking glass.
I know. You asked her mine
Told you
too.
I did it on purpose. Fuck you guys.
They were like, just show up on a hard night of drinking. We don't have to do any makeup.
Right.
right.
I know. But no, we showed up. We got there super early. Like I don't know, 8. We had to meet,
8.
and then we got fucking bussed out to the ranch, and then we got into makeup and got to play with some fake blood, and
It was fun.
yeah, it was a little chilly during the day, and I didn't have much on. It looked like I had a lot of clothes on.
John died next to a river, and it was muddy and cold.
And fucking freezing. I was like the second person to die because I'm in like a blue tuxedo cut off T-shirt and like covered in blood. And they're like, Tuxedo, you're next. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, whap, and I fucking die.
And then like 15 takes later.
Yeah, and
he's
I'm like
still
laying on
there.
this fucking cold, wet mud, and it's like 50 degrees out, and I'm in a cut off in fucking what they said were pants, but didn't really cover much. Freezing my ass off in a cold
Wait,
mud
what
for
kind
like
of
3
movie were you
hours.
making?
We don't know.
It could be like a crazy gay porn, or it could be like a zombie flick. I'm not really sure.
Or both.
I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
a sequel to Scott's.
It was.
Fame.
It's not. It's not a sequel.
No,
to Range
it's gonna be like
15.
a YouTube
They said it was like
short,
a 15-minute.
Yeah.
15-minute video.
kind of micro content type something. I don't
It
know.
was cool though.
So it's porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever watch more than 15 minutes?
Hey,
of porn?
if my only fucking thing on IMDb is I was in a porn, I'm
It
in.
depends on the porn.
Well,
Sometimes I'll.
No, watching it a
forward.
couple times doesn't count.
Well, no, I'll fast
No,
forward.
it's-
through
No,
some.
an actual 15. No,
it's-
not you
but I'll
made
tell
it
you-
past the
it's-
15-minute mark
hey,
because you scrubbed.
No, it's
Like,
5 minutes. No. It's 5 minutes of 15
I
different
scrubbed
ones.
something.
Yeah.
But I will say, this might be the only. This might be the most badass horde of zombies ever, because every single person there was bearded and tattooed.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't. Like even the female zombies, well, they didn't really
We're bearded and tattooed.
but they were
Yeah,
tattooed.
it was fucking-
It was,
I thought
it
that
was a good
shit was an
time,
art
though.
thing on Saturday. That's crazy.
What's that? But no, that's Saturday. Sunday just kind of chilled and did like adult shit. What'd I do? Yeah. I was actually supposed to go pick up wine, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, I think everybody's Sunday was pretty much like
Yeah.
Because
Jazz,
laundry and errands and shit. Yeah, Jazz.
Yeah.
Jazz, how was
Mikey,
your weekend?
Mikey, how was your weekend?
How do you get those two confused?
That was fucking
That was
awesome.
weird. That was weird. Sorry.
like,
That's how close we're getting, Mikey. Doing it as this one now.
I had our work function on Saturday, but
We
more
did have a
so,
work function.
Yes,
I
I-
finally got a chance to bring my wife out to work and to meet everybody.
You
and
bring
stuff.
everybody bananas?
She did not. She like the bananas were only for me. No. I mean, having two small kids at the house, she hardly ever gets to get out. And get,
Oh, yeah. I
have a
heard about
chance to
this.
Have a chance to go out and like enjoy ourselves. So we got a sitter. Went down to Grand Style, down to the grand opening of the store there, and started drinking. And basically just went day drinking, and it was fun. We had a good time. It was great. It was good to see her kind of like get out, and I got to introduce her to a lot of the people who, she hears me talk about all the time, but never like interacts with. She never got a chance to interact with, and so that was nice. That was nice. And then Sunday, fuck man, we chilled, watched movies. Same, like just kind of enjoyed a relaxing day at home with the kids, and I watched like I watched the Dark Knight trilogy.
Nice.
And then I went into Star Wars, and then like it was just chill. It was
So
real chill, man.
the last trip we were in Vegas, that reminded me of this conversation I had with a buddy of ours in Nebraska, TK. So I was showing him that on an iPhone, you have the little health app, and it'll roughly give you about the steps that you walk during the day.
Yep.
But it also tracks the history of doing that. And he didn't know that it tracked a history. So I'm going back and I'm like, yeah, and you can see the peaks like when we were at SHOT Show and we walked fucking 1,000,000 miles and stuff like that.
Sure.
So he gets on his app and he goes back like a couple weeks, and there was a day where he didn't walk more than 163 steps in the whole day.
What a great day.
I was like, I want to be you when I grow up. Like, how do you do that? He's like, oh, I got out of bed and I went to the couch. I went to the bathroom like twice, and I think the kitchen once. But I forgot my phone when I went to the kitchen. That was it. And he went back to bed. And I'm like, holy fuck.
What a
Yeah, it was a
great
good day.
fucking day.
Crazy.
What a great day. So it sounds like pretty mellow. Brandon, how was your weekend?
It was great. Grand style event.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Had a good time there, hanging out with everybody. Jazz kind of left me fucking hanging.
Dude, I was
Oh.
there for a while.
Did you Irish goodbye?
Yeah,
When
went
we
late.
got there, it was kind of like a.
It was winding up by the
You're
time
ready
you
to
get
go.
there, and I
We
was
just
fucking
got there.
starving.
Yeah, I know you were. I felt bad. I tried to call you. Obviously, I had the wrong number.
Yeah.
So this little Hispanic lady was like, "Why do you keep sending me nudes?" I was like, "No, this is
Now I'm
my
just
business
pissed off
jazz."
that this old Hispanic lady got nudes.
Yeah. So it was a
fair.
great time. We had a good time hanging out with the whole crew.
No, it was a good event. It was fucking packed.
It
There was a million
Dude,
people there.
They had to do great.
I saw
They
the
did. It was a
I saw the
great
pictures
day.
and the shit was wrapped around
There
the
was like
building and
over
everything.
2,000 people there,
awesome.
like
Yeah,
all
that's
together
nuts,
through the day. It was
Any
nuts.
company do that. I think that's
And it was a really good day. It was definitely the kind of kickoff we were looking for, but it was
which is a testament to what they're doing, right? Hey, if you can have people show up, I can't get people to show up at my birthday party, you know. So
You're inviting
we
the
have
wrong people.
2,000.
Right?
no, I'm there with Brandon. Like,
What a great event.
I've had friends and stuff that'll do that. I'm like, we're having a birthday party for Jez, and like 4 people show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what a great
it's just
event.
kind of what, like after this long, it's just kind of what I've come to like expect.
And you could have just
Yeah,
stayed
right.
at home. That's the cool thing. You could have stayed at
Yeah.
home, got the same thing.
And it was
saved
shitty
the
weather
money.
too. Like it was
Yeah.
fucking cold and windy
Dude,
and
that's
shit.
awesome.
Everybody still showed up. It was good.
Kudos for those guys. Kudos for y'all.
But then,
Yeah.
We ain't seen any of that shit.
yeah,
Yeah, you are.
No.
Paycheck. Yeah, you are.
no, we're not. 'Cause my paycheck was clearing with or without that fucking store,
Yeah,
so
right.
I didn't see shit that store's
Yeah,
doing.
right.
But I did just what everybody else did. Just kind of laid low the next day, dodging bullets, and I had a busy.
I want to go dodge bullets.
No, you don't.
No, I really do.
If you can
Really
dodge a
not.
wrench,
Yeah, you dodged the ball.
Some of us aren't good at that.
I can coach you,
because you
brother.
weren't coached, man.
I
Yeah,
can coach
I know,
you.
right?
gotta
I
coach.
need better coaches.
You need a coach.
Shit.
Yeah, but the next day, just laid low, Netflix and chilled by
Yeah.
myself.
You're full of shit.
It was
Yeah.
weird.
We know you're old lady, dude. Don't fake
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know your chick.
But it's super. I had a busy day today, so just kind of get prepared for today. Just absorb a partnership. So it was a long day.
Yeah.
Long day. Yeah.
Well, nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very easy.
what do you,
A lot like you.
I had a busy weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday, I went and played Zombie with John and boys at Black Rifle, and that was fun. Met a lot of cool,
Yeah.
cool drinking bros that were at the other zombies. There was like
Yeah.
15 of us, so we brought some cigars out and shared with everybody, and had a good time. And
and apparently there's a lot of Freedom Friends
there
Yeah,
was
there
hanging
was.
out there
a lot,
with
a
y'all.
lot,
was-
a lot of
that was the
people.
best
Fucking
part.
cool,
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
I
Guys are
have to say,
coming
like,
up.
I think one of my favorite parts about making the show and stuff is seeing how it does go to show that our community is not a closed circle.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Well,
if you're like another veteran lifestyle thing that does pop up and starts running, like the community does bring it in and be
Yeah.
like,
I
hey,
think
look at these guys off doing
The
something.
funniest thing about it too is, you know, like I can only imagine once we get to like a couple hundred episodes because we're not even that
We're still
far into it.
in the podcast world. We are
Right.
fucking young.
But my
we're
memory is so fucking bad that guys will bring up like a joke about one of the previous episodes.
they'll quote our shit.
And it like takes me a minute and I'm like,
Yeah.
my Rolodex is spinning and I'm
yeah,
like,
there
why
it
do
is.
I know this? I know this. Why do I
Where
know
have I
this?
heard this?
Oh,
Where have I
yes. Oh, fuck. I said that. My bad. Yeah, thank you.
There's people at work, or like I've gotten Facebook messages from friends and stuff that'll like quote something from the show.
Yeah.
Or like they'll say it to me to my face, and
I
I'm
get
like,
random banana jokes
like-
fucking constantly.
I'm like-
boys.
I'm like,
Yeah, we heard a couple
Oh,
of those.
really?
I'm like, what the fuck
God.
are you talking about? And they're like, who was on like, it was on like episode 7, and I was like, dude, I forgot that.
You
shit
know how
by episode
drunk I
8.
was?
So, like,
Right.
I don't,
Like, bro, I don't remember.
yeah, don't hold me accountable for any joke I
Why do you
made. A
think we go
bottle
over
of
the
Jameson
weekend?
in.
No,
That was-
man.
Why do you think we go for the
You
weekends
remember my
first,
call
man?
sign? Yeah, there's a reason I got that.
There's a reason his call sign is Hammered Actual, and it's not because it's fucking.
Because he's actually hammered.
Actually hammered.
Okay. Back to you.
So then,
Yeah.
Oh, look at Brandon fucking
get
moderating
squirrel.
over there. God
Gotta
damn.
keep on
gotta have it, yeah.
Rolling the show.
And then Sunday was the last day I got to spend with Darren, my second oldest. He
Because he's off doing something awesome.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
he. It was our last family day, so we went and watched, or we went bowling and did some VR shit at the.
Did you go to the Evo?
At the Evo, yeah.
Love the Evo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
the
a fucking
thing
great
is,
place.
I played all 4 of my kids in that VR, and I kicked all their asses.
Shit, yeah.
As you should.
And they were talking shit going into it. Like,
Yeah.
all right, fat man, you gonna be able to keep up? I'm like, I got you.
All right, bitch.
Holy shit. I'm sorry. I just got sent a headline of a news article, and I would like to read this to everybody that's on the show right now because it is amazing. And it's from News 4 San Antonio. Texas stripper breaks jaw, sprains ankle, chips teeth after falling from 15-foot
Yeah,
pole.
I saw the video.
I don't know if you guys saw that video or
I saw
not.
the video, and then she twerks her way off the
Right,
stage.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I
what a
saw the
champ.
video and I'm like, what a fucking champ.
That
Good
is
on
a-
you, girl.
That is
I didn't know that.
That is a consummate professional
Fucking
right
A.
there.
I saw the follow-up
I've done
video.
war with her.
There was a follow-up video where she put out. She's like, "I'm okay. My jaw's broken. I need to go to the doctor."
Oh my
Fucking
God.
da-da-da-da. Like, I mean,
I don't have
she's
insurance.
she's not having. A
Actually, I think I've been to that club in
Of
Dallas.
course you
was it? Was
Is it Yellow Rose?
Was it the Yellow Rose?
No, this one's in
You know
Dallas.
why it
not
wasn't
Austin.
the Yellow Rose? Because the Yellow Rose hires consummate professionals because they're the greatest shit club ever.
Right?
Dude,
The greatest shit club ever.
It's a great. It's the
Brandon, what's your opinion of the Yellow Rose?
you know what? Jonathan, David, all my buddies, they own this place. It's a great place.
Are you fucking serious?
Absolutely.
Do you know how long we've been
holy
trying to get the
shit.
Yellow Rose's
We've
attention?
been plugging
Where's
the
my
Yellow
phone?
Rose.
We've been plugging
Every
them.
single
months.
episode.
We've been plugging
Every
them.
single episode.
30 episodes we've talked about the Yellow Rose on this fucking show. You gonna call it? Ladies and gentlemen,
Jesus.
Oh my God.
We're
for those of
going
you
in a
listening
circle.
to this show,
Oh,
Shit.
man.
Hey,
Which ones
historic
did I
moment.
call? David or Jonathan? Who?
you all know that we
John
have
Persinger?
talked up.
Shut up. Are you serious?
You can go back
Literally every
30
single
episodes
episode.
of this show. We have brought up
To
Yellow
the
Rose.
point where my wife's not happy about it.
Yeah,
So,
to where they
I've never been
essentially all of our significant others want to know why we all know how high quality the Yellow Rose is.
It's mostly just
Literally-
'cause of my
30 episodes we've talked about this, and now we find out that you're friends with the owners.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Why, Mikey? Why are you finding this out right now?
fuck. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Oh my God, he's calling. Here we
He's
go.
calling. Put
Can
it
you
up-
hear this?
put it
Can you hear this on the
Put it right
speaker?
again. Yep.
We'll see if he answers.
Oh, geez, this
Could
is
be a
gonna be great.
busy Monday night at the Yellow Rose.
We got another one.
Playing
We can
me.
make the rounds here.
Sorry.
This is outstanding.
I'm so fucking
This is-
excited right now.
Mikey's
If
like,
this fucking works,
Mikey's got a
gonna lose my
shit-eating
mind.
grin on his
I'm
face.
so
He's like,
fucking excited right now.
Look, if I'm saying this on air, I'm calling David Frank's first number, and there's a David Frank's second.
oh, he's got a bat phone.
he's got the work phone and then he's got the work phone.
he's just gonna wonder why you're not at work already.
He's gonna answer. He's gonna be like, "You're late."
It's open mic night.
What's going on?
What's up, David? How you doing?
I've been good, man. What's going on?
Hey, so I'm live on air with
Yep.
a bunch of buddies of mine for War Fighters.
It's the
Tobacco
Freedom Friends
David,
podcast.
Freedom Friends
David, right now
podcast.
you're on the Freedom Friends podcast, brother. We've been doing a podcast for about 3-4 months. My name is Mikey. I'm with my buddy Scott. I'm with my buddy Jazz and my buddy. I'm so excited.
John.
John.
Hey, I know.
I'm John.
I'm like, I'm
Hi,
blown away
Mikey.
right now
I'm
that this
John.
is happening.
We've been talking up your club for like the last
30
probably
episodes.
30 episodes talking about how great your place is, and we happen to have Brandon on as a guest, and I was like. He's like, oh, dude, I know the fucking guy who owns that. And I was like, fuck it, that's amazing. So I'm a little starstruck. I got to tell you, we are super impressed by your place over there, man.
Well, thank you very much, man.
By we, Mikey means Mikey, because none of us have been.
Spoken like an absolute champ.
The front side of the mic.
Oh, and the Red Rose.
Front side. There we go.
The Red Rose, we're proud of that. You know, formerly known as Expose, and we revamped that about 7 months ago, and just delivered it to you guys here about 2 weeks ago, and the thing just took off, man. It's been a real gem out there in South Austin.
Well, I've been basically asking you guys to give us money for like the last few months, just because we plug your show so damn much. You probably, I hope we've given you some loyal customers and at a quality place that we all respect and have always had a good time. I know that you guys actually sent your bus down to pick up a large group of Marines that were friends of mine. One time when we were in Austin, we were down on 6th Street hanging out, and you guys were like, "Oh, bro, bam," and sent the bus down to get us, and we had such a great time. We talk about it constantly, and I just want to say I appreciate the tight ship you guys are running over there.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, that makes me feel good, man. And I like the way you just came at us direct like that. Why don't you shoot me an email? I'll make sure Brandon has it.
Shut
We'll get you taken care of.
Fucking A, brother.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Unfucking
That is
believable.
amazing, dude. That sounds like a plan,
And that
man.
just goes to
we
show
will be in
just how
touch.
high quality the Yellow Rose is. That's it
man.
right there.
That's how you know that's a good, solid place, man. Everybody thinks that we're talking out our ass when we
Nope.
when we praise this.
Really
place.
is that good.
It's seriously the best strip club in Texas I have been to. And we're down in San Antonio. Our strip clubs fucking suck down here, man.
That's fucking
Like,
true.
Well, y'all need some more, y'all need some help, but maybe we'll make it up that way here soon enough, and be able to do some damage down in San Antonio. But we're glad you guys are coming into Austin and helping us out and spreading the word and doing what you guys do, man. So we appreciate everything you guys do here on the field and off. So.
Well, I mean, hey man, we're all veterans, dude. It's something that we just enjoy. that's our lifestyle, man.
I am
We
a
go out, we
fan
have a
of
good
titties.
time. We are fans of titties. You
That's
know?
true.
So,
Good. Keep sporting it,
yeah, man. Right? I've paid college tuitions. I've paid fucking house payments.
I've put people through nursing school again and again.
Like,
So is he.
I mean, it's just I can't thank you enough, brother. And thanks for being an impromptu guest on the show, man.
Absolutely, man.
And if you ever
Anytime
happen to
guys,
find yourself down here in San Antonio area on a Monday night and you want to be on a show,
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
we'd love to have you, dude. Yeah.
I'll again, we'll circle back around. You reach out to me, and I'll actually make that happen. Yeah, we'll come down there. I mean, my business partner, and get on it.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Hey, I called Jonathan, but I'm sure he's busy.
Yeah, he's actually flying in from Cabo right now. So,
Oh,
so
he's out of
rough life.
Cabo.
Oh,
Oh wow.
yeah.
well.
I didn't want to.
Us titty bar owners, we got to travel and and other cities,
Yeah,
Talent-
I
they're
get it, man.
talent scouting.
It's called talent acquisition.
Exactly.
Well, all right, brother. We appreciate you, man. You take care.
Absolutely.
We'll
You
be in
too.
touch.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right,
Bye,
bro.
guys.
Later.
God, I love Texas.
Holy fuck, dude.
All right, so we can just end the show right there, right? Like that's it. Just fucking over.
The Yellow Rose. That's amazing.
He will come. They will come.
How did you guys not?
CUM?
How did you guys not have this conversation?
I don't know, man. Like, it
Oh
just
my
never came
God.
up. I'm always too enamored with Brandon's mustache to
That is
actually pay attention.
unbelievable.
Wow.
The chances
I
of that, pretty fucking
cannot
good.
believe that just worked.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Literally last 30 episodes, literally at some point in the show, one of us goes, Yellow Rose, give us money.
Yeah,
Because
every
we've
time.
talked about how high quality that club is.
I'll tell you, I've known these guys for years, and they're good buddies of mine. Dude, they are solid human beings. You got this idea, this.
I did security in a couple strip clubs in Arizona, and those owners of the clubs that I worked at are fucking shitbags.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
known some-
Well,
They
that's,
are
but
shitbags.
I think that's
Balls,
the
bro.
understood story, right? Is like
Well,
strip
it's a-
club
it's a
owners are just
stereotype.
sleazy
There are
sons
some.
of bitches.
There are some that are amazing. I got
well,
another
apparently
buddy.
the guys at Yellow
Yeah.
Rose are some just high quality
And
fucking
you know what?
dudes.
And it quantifies in the quality of their fucking of their club.
It is a
Absolutely.
nice club.
It's a very nice club.
So you've got Jonathan Joseph, you got David Frank, you got John and Mike Persinger. Dude, every single dude are outstanding individuals.
No, I know that-
I'll say that.
I met the
They're outstanding.
GM.
They're great guys.
I met the
have no
manager.
problem coming up. I mean, obviously, if they're going to take I didn't even give them a text and say, "Hey, I'm fixing to fuck you on air." Hey, heads up, and that's.
You'll
what
have
we
to
got.
find Freedom Friends After Hours for that full video.
Just a
It's on the dark web.
They run a good business. They're fair. They're just good friends of mine. So, well, I'm glad somebody said something about the Yellow Rose.
That's
God
fucking
damn.
awesome, dude.
Well,
Yeah, man, we
you
love
look,
the place.
being on the show, you were going to hear something about the Yellow
Disclaimer,
Rose. Like
I
that
don't
shit was
belong
just
to the
going to.
Yellow Rose at all.
Yeah, me either. Me either.
I've never been. I've never
Sean
been.
Dub
there.
doesn't listen to this
Like,
show.
what
Don't
the
worry
fuck?
about
I'm
it.
not even talking. Like fuck.
There's
Yeah.
no fucking way she listens to this show. You're fine.
No,
It's not a.
I've never been. Then again, I've never been in Austin.
seriously.
No,
I'm
I
really
drove through it
thinking-
once on 35. I'm like, fuck this place, and
Look,
took the bypass every
from
other
here-
time.
we-
Yeah,
from
I
here
really
to Yellow
go,
Rose is
like,
literally
unless
an
I'm
hour.
going to get fucked up. Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I've been to Georgetown. There's a cigar shop in Georgetown that carries our cigars, so I've been up there a couple times.
Actually, I want to put your cigars in my bar.
Let's do it.
Done.
Yeah, let's do it. Send it off.
Yeah,
Fucking
easy.
A. So
Actually, Ty smoked some. He really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we hooked him up.
Ty's a good dude.
Yeah,
We
Ty-
invited him
And
to
for
be on the
everybody,
show.
Ty, so Ty
But
Carter.
The thing is with Ty, everybody's hitting Ty up to show up, right? It's always like, hey, will you come? Will you come? Will you come? And I know we invited him, and he was like, yeah, well, hit me up, and we'll see if it works out or whatever.
And we gave him some cigars.
And-
Fucking
but-
nice little salute.
And Ty, for some reason, you listen to the show, man. You're a great dude. You and I had the pleasure of being able to take him to lunch a couple weeks ago.
No, I missed out.
Oh no, you missed.
gone.
Charlotte and I
gone,
took him to
yeah.
lunch, and he's a great dude. To be able to get him away from like having to be Ty Carter and just like getting him just to be
dude.
Ty
'Cause
and
he's
just
a-
like hang out.
You know, like,
He's
a
just
good
a dude.
He's
you know,
just
like-
another dude, and so he's just another vet. And so at the table, when it wasn't the whole, oh my God, you have that Medal of Honor, can I talk about it? And da 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 da. Like,
Well, that's why I was
when
fucking
all
with him
that
when
was
we were out
gone
the
and it was
range.
just casual conversation,
You know, and he
he's
was like, he pulled
such a
his medal out,
good
and I was like,
fucking
weird
guy.
flex, bro.
Right?
I was like, fuck it, well, we get it, bro.
Cool story.
Hey, Ty, you want to see my National Defense Service ribbon? I'll show you.
Save some pussy for the rest of us.
He pulled his coin out at lunch
Yeah.
and handed it to me, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, cool. And I like gave it back to him, and he's like, I'll give Matt if something does something worth a coin. I was like, yep, I'll never get one of those.
Yep. I'm not gonna try for it, dude.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to know what it takes to get an MOH coin. Like, fuck
Yeah,
that.
right.
That is not a
But
coin
there's
I
no
need.
doubt in my mind that y'all fellas would have done the exact same thing.
Look,
at that moment in time.
yeah. I mean,
You
look.
know?
The
There's no
fact
doubt
the
in my
fact of the
mind
matter
that
is
you
that what he saw was the job that needed to get executed,
And he did
And he
it to
fucking
the,
did
to the
it.
best of his
Like,
abilities.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No.
So, but
He's a good
he's
dude.
the first
He's
one to
super
tell you guys.
humble.
He's the first one to tell you too. Everybody there did the exact same thing. He was just the one that got seen the most. Like
Yeah.
it was just. It wasn't that he did anything that was more extraordinary than the soldier next to him.
I think the coolest-
He's just the one that got seen the most.
So with meeting Ty, that makes 4 Medal of Honor recipients that I've personally met and had conversations with, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
I mean,
And every single person that I've talked to, like, I heard jokes about like how guys were fucking up as privates and getting Article 15s.
Yeah, these are not.
They're just
Yeah.
regular fucking dudes. Yeah, you heard that? Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're not. They're not these.
It's not like they're a
they're
super
not all
soldier,
Captain America.
They're just-
like, they're just regular dudes
They're
that were put
dude.
in an extraordinary situation.
and they fucking crushed it.
Yep.
Well,
So-
because
I think
that's
the
what
average
fucking
person would do
Americans do, man. That's what
You're
freedom loving
goddamn right.
fucking Americans do.
I'll tell you right now, though. Really glad I was never put in a situation where I had to earn one of those motherfuckers. 'Cause
Yeah.
Fuck that. Like, you never hear those stories and be like, I could have done that. Like, you hear that story and be like, that would have sucked.
Yeah,
that
dude,
would have
like,
sucked so bad.
It's a bad fucking day if you
Yeah.
get a Medal of Honor. Right? It's a bad day. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, when you got to be a flaming lumberjack to get your MOH, I don't want any part of that. They're like, this is
Different type of flaming.
yeah, different type of flaming. Dude, tell me the story. He was like,
Trying to soak
well,
it
the
up.
whole tree's on
that
fire,
would be the
and I'm
Medal
having to
of
go at it with a
Horror.
chainsaw in the
horror.
middle of a firefight. And it was like, yeah, no, I'm good with that. Like, I don't. You can
You know
have that.
something interesting that I was thinking about today.
It was dicks, wasn't it?
Got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Big
But
ones.
you know, since we're talking, there's a part of
It happens on
this
podcasts.
community that doesn't get the recognition that they probably should, right? Let's talk about the guys that are Medal of Honor recipients, guys losing limbs, the guys that are fighting every day, or just humping shit every day. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Sure.
But what about the family members that are taking care of the kids?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
They're holding the household together. They're paying the bills. Like, I get
The behind the
getting
scenes
sought
stuff.
out
Yeah. Yep.
and messing around, but every day they're taking rounds by diaper. You know what I mean? This happens 3 to 5 times a day. They're changing diapers. They're getting up. It's,
3 to
it's-
5, man. My kids must have some bowel issues because those kids were shit
but
machines.
seriously,
Holy
that's,
fuck.
That's a hard
Yeah.
job.
Well,
Like,
and
I don't
I
know
think
that.
I think a lot of the internal community knows that, and there's a lot of recognition internally. But I would agree with you. There's not a lot of external recognition.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we have our 4-toast salute that we do down at work,
And I like
one
that.
one of those toasts is literally
Those who supported us
while we were away. Like,
That's a hard fucking
and it's true.
job.
And the fact of the matter
Well,
is
it's
that
hard when we come back too
And
to
it
deal with
doesn't-
this.
it doesn't
Yeah.
there's
quit.
there's that
Even when you
transitional
come
period
back,
when we
it
come
doesn't
back
quit.
and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And the thing is that anybody that's put the uniform on understands that was not a job. It was a lifestyle that you signed up for.
That was it. I never called it work once.
No, it was a life, and you lived that life. And if you were with somebody while you were in it, they were living that life too. Some of it handled better than others, because I'm actually
That's
well, other
great.
than you, everybody at this bar that served also has an ex.
No.
somewhere-
Wait,
somewhere in there,
whoa.
too, so-
Everybody calm down. I did not get married the entire time I was in the military.
Good on you.
I was single
Oh,
the
so you're the
entire
one.
time.
Should have gotten a medal for that.
Right? Like,
How many marriages did I wreck? Just kidding.
I only pawned one wedding ring, but with the proceeds that I got out of that, I took my whole team out drinking for 2 weekends.
Nice.
I bought
I
a
was just
TV.
giving back to the community.
I bought a TV
You know?
with the wedding ring I popped.
Was it yours or somebody else's?
It was for someone else.
Oh, so mine was left in my bed, and I didn't find it
Oh,
until.
what a piece of shit.
No, here's the best part.
my God.
Great story.
Here's the
So
best
no
part.
shit, they're
so
just-
no
Yeah,
shit.
there we
Yeah,
go.
so no
So no
shit.
shit. There we
I'm
go.
gonna dive right
Real
into
ahead
so
of
no
schedule.
shit.
Let's just jump right
So,
in.
and I'm not going to drop any names on
He's like,
of
I
any of the
couldn't
guys.
remember his name.
But so myself and a couple other guys out of our platoon decided to go out in Clarksville one night, which is just outside Fort Campbell. And we have very strict kind of rules and regulations about what we're gonna do, right? Like we're not gonna fuck with anybody that's married. Period. We're not gonna fuck with anybody that's dependent because it's just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
We're in an infantry unit that's already under. Like I showed up to my infantry unit and fucking CIDs questioning me because some chick had a good time in the barracks before I got there. And they thought because I was a new guy, I knew about it. But nobody told me shit because I was a new guy. So, like, walking into the unit, I'm like, oh, wow, this is fucking weird. I'm going to keep my mouth shut about everything.
Yeah,
so we had
ever.
a very strict, standards of stuff moving forward. That
Because
were,
when you find out that it wasn't actually CID, that was actually your
No,
unit
it
just
was
trying to figure
CID.
out if you were a decent guy or not.
no,
I
it was
married
CID.
living off post, and I got questioned.
It was
Yeah.
CID, but this chick was just, she really liked men. All the men at the same time. But so...
Noted.
But so we're out drinking, having a grand old time. We meet these girls at the bar, and one thing leads to another, and we're classy gentlemen, so we're gonna bring them back to the barracks.
As you do.
and we're belligerently shit faced at this point because
Nothing says classy like haze gray cinder block.
we're belligerently shit faced at this point because that's just what we do, and so nobody really put two and two together when everybody got on base without having to sign on a visitor. So we just went back to the barracks and kept partying. Well, I wake up in the morning and, actually, I don't think I went to sleep, but I go outside of the barracks to go smoke a cigarette because I used to smoke at the time. And my buddy who brought another lovely lady home stepped out of his room about the same time. And so we're smoking a cigarette, and he's like, oh, bro, he's like, I don't know where the fuck my wallet is. And I'm like, what? He's like, God. Last thing I remember is I showed my ID at the gate, and then I think I just put it in the center console. And he's like,
Whose fucking car were we in?
Her car.
it was her car,
Oh, shit.
right? And so I was like, do you remember what car it is? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, cool, get in my car. We're going to go find it. He's like, what? I'm like, we're going to go drive around because obviously they're probably in base housing because everybody got on base last night. And
Without
we were
having
so
to sign
shit-faced,
anyone in.
But
Yeah.
nobody had an issue. And we were passengers because we took a cab to the bar because we're responsible. Kinda. So we start driving
so I just
around.
rode with a drunk driver
Right.
instead of
So many
actually
red
being the
flags
drunk
going
driver.
on.
Yeah,
I know.
this is-
He's gonna get
Jesus.
But we're responsible.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
responsible. So we drive around for a little bit, and I'm like, we probably shouldn't be doing this. Let's just go back. We'll figure this out in the morning because this is the middle of the night. We're like, fuck it. So we go
This
back.
is the definition of the best laid plans never survive first contact.
right?
Goddamn. If that ain't the fucking truth.
So we go back to the barracks. I'm like, fuck it up. We'll figure it out in the morning, man. Don't worry. Like, we'll find your shit. And so I lay down in bed. And at this point, like, the sun's coming up. I lay down in bed, and, like, there's something, like, poking my back. I'm like, what the fuck? So I reach back, and I pull out a fucking wedding ring that's in my
Yes.
bed. And nobody else is in my barracks room except for me. And I was like, oh, okay. About that same time, I get a phone call. And it's the chick,
Okay.
right? And so I answer,
So
and I'm
we're
like,
to give her your number.
no, so I answer, and I'm like, hey, oh, no, let me back up. Sorry, this was a long time ago. She walks up into the barracks in the morning, and she's like, hey, have you seen my wedding ring? And I'm like, have you seen my buddy's wallet? And she goes, no. And I'm like, well, I haven't seen your wedding ring. So at that point, we get back in the vehicle, and we follow her, because she's driving on post at this point. So we follow her, and she drives right back to her house on base. On base. So, like, we're at
Please
standoff.
tell me it was officers' quarters.
No, I don't really know because it was a long time ago, but it was a strong maybe. But so we're in a standoff enough where she can't see that we're following her. So we see the car pull in, and then obviously we already know what the car is. So we walk up, we see the car, it's parked. We look under the car because on Fort Campbell, the parking spots are labeled with the house number.
Yeah.
So to see the house number, we just my buddy just walked right up to the house, starts knocking on the door. At this point, like 3 other people are like walking towards us because they kind of know what's going on. And I'm sitting there with my buddy, and that's it.
Just another
and I'm
Sunday morning.
And I'm literally just like, everybody stop.
Easy
And everybody
on
just
a
kind of
Sunday
stopped. And he gets to the fucking knocks on the door opens, and he's like, my wallet is in the center console of your car. I need it. And she's like, well, I need my wedding ring. And he's like, I don't know where the fuck it is, but my wallet's right there. So you can either give me my wallet or I'm calling the MPs. So she walks out, opens the door, hands him his wallet. He takes his wallet. We get in my fucking car, immediately drive off base, go to the first pawn shop that we fucking see, and I'm like, "What do you give me for this?" And the guy's like, $800. I'm like, "Done." And he literally, the guy's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." I have no idea what this ring was cost.
Some $5,000
But I probably
ring.
could have got a shitload more money.
Money, Jack.
But all I wanted to do is take my guys out drinking because that is the most fucked up thing in the world. Because like we specifically asked, "Are you married?" No. Okay, cool. Like as fucking sleazy as we all were when we were E4 and below in the military.
Some fucking 03's chick has
Don't
just
give
been
a
fucking
fuck. But
slinging
my
it around
boys had a
post.
great time for 2 weekends.
Yes. Outstanding.
Yeah, questionable. Wrong. I don't know. Right?
Look,
I don't know.
you can't be wrong if you don't have all the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just fucking saying.
Jazz, you're gonna need to stir that.
Am I?
A lot better when you stir.
Can I have your bendy straw?
Oh, you got a bendy straw?
Yeah. Would you like one for your whiskey over there?
No, I don't.
So,
What are we drinking?
boys, what are we drinking?
Well, we've been passing around the bottle of Proper 12, which is
Not bad.
it's mediocre at
It's
best.
not bad.
Mediocre.
It's not a
Mediocre.
21, but
Mediocre.
And
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Either way.
Mediocre.
So it's fitting.
It's good enough to get me to not know my words.
Well, there you go.
So
Yeah, I mean that'll do it.
there's
Well,
that.
that could be the good Irish whiskey you drank before that.
It could be.
We started with a
we
little
started with
JMO.
JMO. Went to Proper 12. Then I switched to a Flor de Caña,
The rum.
the rum
It's
from
a Nicaraguan sugarcane rum.
Yeah.
And Flor de Caña, when we go to Nicaragua to blend cigars and do our cigar shit there,
We just get bottles.
it's either Tonya, which is like the
Bud
Busch
Light,
Light
yeah.
equivalent of Nicaragua,
Yeah.
or rum. And the rum is fairly good. So we always elect to drink the rum. So
Yep.
I kind of enjoy it now. And
Nice.
So I'm drinking Flor de Caña on the rocks. What are you two drinking?
Well, I just made Jazz. What did you call this?
The Caribbean. What the fuck?
This is what we're calling it, the Caribbean. What the fuck? And honestly, all it is Flor de Caña rum.
It's not bad.
It's not terrible. With some coconut bai drink and a
As in gay.
splash of Minute Maid orange juice.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's
Gas station cocktail, baby.
it is
it's
absolutely
working.
gas station. cocktail. It's not
And it's
terrible.
fucking
And,
working.
and those mixers were served by the bearded lady.
you have a face that is made for radio.
It's fucking true.
Yeah.
And
You,
a voice that is made for radio.
Also agreed.
well, his face is kind of like it's
Yeah,
just kind of
that's
like a
why
face that I really
podcast.
just want to sit
Because
on.
they don't have to look at me.
Yeah.
They don't have to.
I've got
Yeah.
the TV. face.
Sorry,
I got the
YouTube
terrible voice.
viewers.
To all of you watching the show, we are aware that you are watching 5 heterosexually gay men just sit around a bar. So
Hey, it's 2020. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
that's right.
That's right.
Judge me.
Everything
I dare
is
you.
equal. 2020, right?
Yeah.
Even the year.
Yeah, the year is equal.
That's right.
I got a fucking meme somebody sent me the other day, and it was like February 2nd, 2020. It'll never happen again. And I'm like, February 3rd, 2020 will never fucking happen again either. Like, what's the big fucking deal?
And it was like, it's 0202, and I was like, 20. Like, I hate to tell you this, but the last time it went 020202 was in 02.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
crazy numerical phenomenon that you're talking about was actually 18 years ago.
These are the same assholes who believed that the world was ending in 2012.
Yeah. Well, they were like it's an anagrammatic year
Yeah.
because it's
He used the
forwards
big
and
words.
backwards.
Nobody.
It's
Yeah,
the same.
both
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
But
Who
what was the thing in
fucking cares?
1999? I remember this.
Oh, Y2K.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
Y2K.
Everything was going to
Yeah,
shut down.
everything was
Oh,
going to shut
that's
down.
because
Bro, I
people who wrote
graduated
computer
SOI
code
that
were
day.
like,
they
fuck.
graduated us 2 days, 4 or 5 days
the
early.
people
because of
that look at
Really? Yeah.
number dates and decide that has anything to do with something
Anything?
major happening.
Well,
I hate to tell you
Y2K
this, but we've rebooted our calendar
why-
so many goddamn times.
Y2K
Y2K was
was-
different because they were like, we don't know what the banks are going to
No,
do.
no, no. Y2K was because of lazy programmers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because
They're
we were
like, oh,
using
you know,
the
we're
year
going to
as
short
2 digits.
two fucking digits, and we're only going to
But-
use 98 instead of 1998.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
nothing
people
happened.
making hype about it, but
No,
nothing happened.
nothing. Everyone's like, it's going to launch all the nukes. All right, look.
It's not.
If our nuke is going to launch because it doesn't understand what day of the week it is,
Right? Something. We have bigger problems.
Yeah.
and that means it could just happen on a random fucking Tuesday, not because it was year 2000.
God, man,
If there's
imagine
something
that.
that's going to happen, it's planned, right?
Yeah.
Like the first time the stealth bomber went into action was 1/17 of 1990, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
1/17.
Because of the F-117.
That's the first thing
Dang.
It
Right,
took,
that's
you
weird.
didn't get that until I said that, did you?
Yeah.
No, I got that, but I was
It
just
was
saying
like
dang for like
1990 or something
emphasis.
like that. Hey, you're like, hey, we're going to surprise you with a
That was-
1/17 on 1/17.
Yeah, so that was by
Bingo,
design.
let's do it.
Yeah,
Sure.
but that was they picked
That's
that date
planned.
specifically because they were like, this will be clever.
Shit that just happens.
Watch us be
because-
clever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What we smoking, boys?
Cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, mine,
This is the presidential one, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it is a little soggy.
mine was done, so I'm smoking nothing at the moment.
Oh, we'll go get another one.
Yeah, we know some guys who have some quality cigars.
Absolutely.
I think I just did tobacco tax, so we got a fuckload of cigars in inventory right now. So just go grab one.
Like, our inventory is like, we got like $2,000 worth of
Yeah. we have 6
All right,
cigars
then I'm
in the
on
building.
the 762 Sumatra.
I am on the 762 Garrison.
Yeah.
The old tried and true.
You
Risotto.
are chewing on. He's not even smoking on.
No,
He's
this is
chewing on because he's a chewer.
A 50,
weird, man.
field
Oh,
Maduro.
Mikey, do you know that because of the rapper, or did you see the band earlier?
No, I just recognize real.
Oh, look at you all growing up and
Buddy.
everything.
Yeah, I'm learning, dude. I'm,
Run style fires you. Come on down.
matter of fucking time, man.
Hey, we had reps that couldn't
Mediocre on a
remember what our
podcast.
fucking
I'm
blends
mediocre
were.
at work too. So, Jazz, what'd you pick?
Which I almost
What'd you
feel
go
like a dick.
with?
I should just cheat on his.
Going with the
Burn.
762 field, man. I think it's gonna go well
Ooh.
with this
I'm
Delicious
enjoying it.
Caribbean. What the
concoction.
fuck?
I'm enjoying it. I think you made a good call here.
It's actually a South American. What the fuck?
The Sumatran. It would be
South American
South
motherfucker. Is that what you
That's
call
right.
it?
Well, what the fuck? But
Oh.
motherfucker. Either way.
Well, Nicaraguan. What the fuck works too.
I like this. I like a South American motherfucker. That sounds pretty good.
I like that.
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
I could make a drink out of that.
The SAMF,
MF.
right?
Yeah.
South American
Sam.
motherfucker.
Right?
I'm gonna walk into a
Sam.
bar and be like, "Hey,
I need a
can
South
I get a
American.
South American motherfucker?" And you're
double,
gonna be like,
double on the rocks.
They're gonna be like,
I'm just gonna point to the guy across the bar. Yeah, that guy.
just be like, "What? You
He's
wanna?
a South American
You wanna?
motherfucker.
You wanna what?" I'm gonna walk
Give me a
into.
Loma.
I'm gonna walk into fucking Brandon's bar and just walk in and be like,
Walmart.
"Brandon,
It's like we got a Brazilian asshole. In
Brandon,
the
I
corner.
need a South American motherfucker."
Yes.
Brandon's gonna be like,
I'm gonna do it.
"Shit, what the fuck was on?" They're like,
He's
what?
like, I got you.
I don't know, something about some gas station mixers and some rum.
One or two.
One or dos.
I'm smoking on a the 556 Garrison Corojo. I need a little pepper and spice in my life right now. So yeah,
Nice. Nice.
Brandon, why don't you plug your bar?
yeah,
Yeah, man.
please tell us. Give,
tell us a little bit
let's
about
start from the
yourself.
beginning.
man.
Tell us about
Oh
yourself.
fuck! Y'all don't want to hear this story.
No, we do.
Start with the gay stuff.
Well,
Out.
maybe we should just use a question and answer.
Ooh.
Oh, we can do that.
Are we going
Yeah,
to
let's
turn
do
this into an
let's
interview?
do a Q&A like
Shot
an
out of
interview.
the cannon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm game.
All right,
Okay.
Brandon, where are you from?
San Antonio, Texas.
Originally.
Originally,
Like
San
born and
Antonio.
raised?
Born and raised.
Wow.
Methodist Hospital. Boom.
There you go. What do you got, John?
Ah, nice. Prior military?
Absolutely not. I wish I was.
Yeah?
But no, I can't claim
Okay.
to it.
Just
There's a
average
lot of
patriot.
support. absolutely.
Just an, yeah, an
Yeah.
avid
There's
patriot.
guys that could do things that I couldn't do.
Well, no,
Not that I
it's,
couldn't do it, but
it's
that I didn't do that I chose not to do.
it's not really a make or break decision. It
Yeah.
was just trying to gather a little
Yeah.
bit about the background.
No.
Considered like you chew and smoke on cigars and drink whiskey, so I'm like, fuck this guy. He was strong maybe.
I've got my butthole tattooed. I'm pretty fucking solid.
That's just
Wait, wait,
American.
Ah, I almost want to
Yeah,
see
okay.
it. I-
Mikey, what's your question?
well, now.
And it wasn't by a tattoo needle.
Oh shit.
Wow.
That's weird, right?
Now, Mikey,
Kinda.
what's your question?
So, all right. What's tattooed on your butthole? And follow up, if I may, what was it tattooed with?
Yeah. Please tell me it was like old school Polynesian with the fucking stick and
yeah.
bone.
Where we
tooth.
actually
Yeah.
got
You
name
really
from.
the octopus lady?
Pretty close.
All right, stop. What's tattooed on your butthole?
The Lord shall never leave me. He is my savior. No, it's nothing
It's
like
like
that.
Jesus.
No, my butthole's not tattooed, man.
Dude, I was so excited for a minute.
Damn it! I was really hoping it was a tattooed
I have
butthole,
been to
not,
prison
like,
though.
I was gonna say
You
I've
know
never.
what I was hoping for? I was
I'm-
hoping like when you spread it out, it was like the Death Star, and
I'm-
that's just like
No,
the whole
it's
fucking.
it's just two
Right?
L's.
I was gonna say
Two L's.
there's
LOL.
never
bigger than a womp rat.
There's just an L.
LOL.
It's just an L on each cheek, so when you
Yeah.
spread it out, it just says LOL on it.
It says
Never in my life did I ever want to be like, can I see your butthole? But I was almost there. Thank you for telling me you really weren't tattooed. Because I was like, bro, I want to see your butthole.
I can't say that I've moved past that.
Yeah, you could have showed everybody your 50 cal wound.
I might
and, like,
still want to see your butthole.
Yeah, I got hit with a 50 cal.
Yeah.
This is big black.
By the way, his butthole
Nasty.
also mustached.
It is.
And it curves up.
It is like handlebar as well. Ridiculous.
Next question.
So since my butthole question got fucking trumped, so you're a business owner, a businessman, if you will.
Yes, sir.
Well, what kind of ventures are you into, bud?
Man, just gay porn. A lot of gay porn. It's crazy.
Hey, it's lucrative. I'm not a hater.
We do.
Only if you're good at it.
It's only gay if you push
there's
back.
something that if you're going to put your money in something, people are always going to smoke, right?
Yeah.
They're going to. If you say you can't smoke, they're going to smoke.
They're probably going to smoke a
Meth.
little more.
Crack, cigars,
You're a
cigarettes,
drug dealer.
vape.
So you're a drug dealer?
Don't you love drugs? Here we are.
Al-
Smoking tobacco
alcohol
and
is a
drinking
terrible
alcohol.
drug.
They're all drugs, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to put your money into something, put in something that's going to get a return on it.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
So alcohol, right? I should sell sugar to babies, but they don't have
Iced
money.
Eskimos.
Yeah. But I wanted to get in something that would have a return on it. I didn't get into it to make people happy, which also
Alcohol does.
byproduct,
That's a great
I make people
byproduct.
happy.
Yeah.
Alcohol and some of the other ventures that we do.
I worked. So Mike and I were
Well,
previous
there's like
bartenders
a really
in our
old
careers.
phrase that actually says that liquor, sex, and candy will always turn a profit.
Always.
Yeah.
But that was one of the biggest things in the bar industry. I worked in the bar industry for a little over 10 years. Everything from security,
15,
bartending, management.
years-ish.
And I became really close friends with owners of bars that I worked at, and things like that. One of the guys, he hired me, and he only hired female everything. That was it, except for the cook staff. I applied, and I'm like, yeah, I was prior Army, I was an infantry guy, blah blah blah. He used to be an Apache pilot. He's like, look, I'm gonna hire you just because you were in the military. That was it. And I'm like, sweet, you won't regret it. And he's like, we'll see about that. And I'm like, okay. I got hired in about 6 months after he bought this bar. He sold the bar 4 years later, and he was a millionaire. Not because of the sale of the bar, just because of the profits of everything that he generated over those 4 years. Now, we molded the staff that worked at this bar, and the clientele that came in was amazing, and we had a fucking blast with it. And, I mean, we crushed it. That's all it was. I was making the most money I ever made in my life. Everybody that worked there was making just stupid money. And he sold it, and now it's actually it was turnkey for another guy. That guy ran into the ground, destroyed the whole internal of the place, and nobody could turnkey open it up again. But he made bank
You gotta
on
know
it.
what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, you have to know what
man,
you're
you
doing.
really
You have
do.
to have a good staff, and you gotta. It's a very lucrative business if you do it right.
Well, it's not the alcohol. I mean,
It's the environment.
You can buy.
I can drink anywhere.
The same shit at the convenience store.
Yeah.
You can buy it at HEB cheaper, right?
Yeah,
But
you're paying
not
for
going
ambiance,
there-
man.
You're going there for
Want the experience, the environment.
experience,
Yeah.
the environment. Also, knowledge is a big thing. So we
Huge.
do craft beer, and a lot of people, I hear it all the time. I don't want to drink any of the weird beer. That's what they say. They're used to the BMC, which is Bud Miller Coors.
Yeah.
They're used to that. It's been forced down the throat. You taste it, you get used to it, so that's what you like.
Yeah.
But when you start expanding knowledge on it, like, hey, this is how this is done, and this is what it supports.
Right.
And there's a lot of things that open up, just like with cigars.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whiskey, bourbons. There's a lot of knowledge that goes into it. And once you start learning that, like, hey, I shoot a gun. I mean, what kind of gun? A pellet gun? Like, hey, have you ever shot, a 5.56?
Right.
Whatever it may be. But thanks for fucking up my shit, man.
For once, it
Well, it's
wasn't
not
me.
you
It
this
wasn't me.
But could you imagine just shooting a BB gun your whole life? You're like, no, dude, this is the best thing ever. I'm shooting a BB gun, dude. Check it out. Bink on a tin can. But you're like, hey, check this out. Expand your horizon, and now you're trying something different. And you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I
this
just
is so
shot
much
this.
better.
Just shot this dude from a
Yeah.
mile and a half.
Yeah.
Fuck your BB gun.
So does
Shut
your
this
bar
beer
is your
can
bar
out of my
is your bar
fucking
just focused
can
on beer?
right.
Beer and wine.
Beer and wine.
Wine guy.
Okay, so best non-hipster craft brewery.
Best non-hipster craft beer. Ooh, jeez, man, I'm gonna put a lot of people under a fucking bus right now. They're gonna be like, okay, I got
None of
one.
them listen to this fucking show.
got one.
Yeah,
You're fine.
dude, hipsters aren't listening to this
Hashtag
show.
is
You're
my attorney.
Yeah. Fuck, no hipster listens to this show. Fucking trust me.
guarantee that.
I mean, there's such a broad horizon.
And now, is it Texas based or
No, I don't care.
across the country?
Because I have my opinion about some like ultra crafts that, in my opinion, are not they're not hipster beers.
Yeah.
These are guys that are legitimately trying to do something new with beer, and are trying to deliver something where you're like, that's still fucking beer. It's just not like anything I've ever tasted.
Yeah.
Because then you have a lot of people that are just copycats, right? Like,
Sure,
Like a couple
absolutely.
years back when it was the hop war, and it was just
Oh,
like, let's
Jesus.
just see how much hop we can get in this singular fucking beer. And
And
that
it
was
got-
all just hipster beer. That was all just that fucking.
I
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna give you a bottle of water with a little Ziploc bag with hops in it, and you chew on the hops and drink the water.
Right, it
It's
was
so
insane.
harsh.
Like,
Yeah,
Dude, it was
nobody
just like
likes
drinking
this
pine
unless you're a
needles. It was
hipster.
awful, and that's my thing with hipster beer is. So that's what I'm saying. Best non-hipster craft brewery out there right now. Like, who's really kind of changing the game and really taking beer to
Now this guy.
to truly a craft level and not just the.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of guys that are just they're breaching things. They're just breaching things that people didn't think about. But I do have a good buddy, and he thinks on similar terms as I do, especially with hops. Right, hops. You drink a beer that has an IBU of like 30.
What's
and
a-
it can be so
What's IBU for the listeners?
international
Bitter.
units?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's how bitter that beer is.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it could be like on a scale of 30.
Yep.
But it's like gagging on a dick. It's so hard
Yeah.
to do, right? I'm just kidding. but it's really harsh.
I love it when he
And
makes
then
that
you got
noise.
You got
I'm a
some
big fan of
that
that
Turn me
are
on a little bit.
super balanced. And it could be
That
130
noise
IBU.
means that they like your dick more than oxygen.
Right?
That's what that noise
Like,
means.
That's love. That noise means
love.
love.
You're like, how much saliva do you get back in the cup? You know what I mean? But so I've got a guy that makes a beer that is probably one of my favorites, and it's Hedgehog Brewery out of Cedar Park, Texas.
Oh, I know Hedgehog. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking great guy. He's a great attorney. He's got a passion for it. I'm like, why are you fucking with a brewery? You know, you're an attorney.
'Cause he wants
You're a
to.
big
Right.
baller.
Yeah,
But he
you
wants
can
to,
charge by the word.
This guy loves beer, and he makes a fucking phenomenal product.
And see, to me, that's craft beer.
And to me,
that
that's-
is somebody
that's
that is
what I-
focused
that's
on
what I like.
the product and not the. Well, we had
Yeah, he doesn't care what he
one-handed
sells.
Indonesian midgets that hand designed our labels and
Yeah.
shit. It's like, fuck off.
So-
like, but your product sucks.
One of my claims to fame as a bartender is I was the very first bartender to ever pour a Full Tilt beer. All right, and Full Tilt Brewing is out of Baltimore, Maryland. Good friends of mine, Nick. It's two cousins, Nick and Dan, who started it. Started it in their garage.
Yeah,
They
that's
just,
where it starts.
they just wanted to make good beer.
Yeah.
Nick is a Navy vet, great fucking guy. Dan, super supportive of the military, and the bar I bartended at, which is no longer there. I'm good, brother. Thank you. The bar I bartended there was called the Americana. It was a veteran
You've
centric
told me about this bar.
bar. Yeah, it was awesome. You walk in as a veteran. You
This
walk
is the
in.
one that had some interesting upstairs activity.
We'll get there later. All right. I'm sure. I need to tell a no shit story.
You know
about
fucking
that
shit
one,
about
yeah.
that bar. Yeah, holy
So,
fuck.
But we had a logbook, like the Green Monster logbook that you would have it on like barracks duty or whatever, right? And you would go in there and be like, "You a vet?" And you'd be like, "Yeah." Be like, "Oh, what branch of service?" And we'd give you the logbook. You'd sign in the logbook, and then we give you a coin of your branch of service.
Nice.
And then on Wednesdays we had Warrior Wednesdays. It was half off your tab
Oh,
if you
nice.
brought your coin in. Like, it was a fucking cool bar, all right? A good friend of mine, Alex Van Brooklyn, he owned it. Alex and I we were in Fallujah together. He was my counter intel guy. We didn't realize that until, like, I had already started working for him. And he was like, "Oh, I was 1-3, Alpha 1-3. I was like, "Motherfucker, so was I. What the fuck?" I was one of their trackers. And he was like, "Oh, I was the CI guy." I was like, "Oh, shit."
Yeah.
You know? Chewed the exact same dirt, though. And then, but it was very, you know, because it was so military centric, and Full Tilt Brewing was very into that because of Nick's service. They're like they're are unleashing stuff. And the cool thing is that they're local Baltimore guys, so they would keep it like Baltimore centric. So they had like Fleet Street raspberry wheat, you know, which fucking ruined your taps. Like, you couldn't put anything on it after that.
Yeah, you're done.
Like, you had to, like,
Carbach, you
it
could
would
clean
just
that thing
it would
twice.
fuck up. Carbach fucks up shit all the time. I know that because I worked in a craft brewing bar.
Interesting thing about Carbach, those guys were genius.
Well, they started with like champagne.
Those guys
Hops.
were genius. So they got
Shit.
into this business. Like, I hope I'm not throwing anybody on the bus. InBev is giant. You can't even fuck with those guys.
Yeah.
They fucking. If they want you dead, your whole family would be dead. Nobody would be like, well, where are they at? They're giant, right?
Right.
InBev is. So these guys were a bunch of guys that got together. Here I throwing myself on the butt. And there were businessmen, and if you're a competitor in the industry, they'll take notice. They're like, hey, we got two things. We got if it's like 0.5% of the market share, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
1%, it's a lot of money. They don't want to do that. You know what? It's better just buy these guys up, absorb them, keep everything the same, and nobody knows the difference because guys like y'all probably didn't know Karbach was bought out. These guys were smart.
Just genius
They're like,
mofos.
let's
Yeah.
just do this. Let's make a giant wave, and let's cash out.
Right.
That's how things go. I mean, if somebody wants to cash me out, fucking sign my butthole. Let's go. It's a done deal.
Sharpie
So
or
they were just
ballpoint?
Yeah, like,
you sign it with your dick. I don't care. You know, people say I never did that. I'm like, you ain't never been broke, dude.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
you just don't know struggle, homie.
Yeah. Struggle's real. But you know, those guys got into the business. They were smart about it. They did their thing. Stroke a check, and they're gone, and they're happy. Why would you got in this business to make money? Why would you not? Don't be
Yeah,
a
I don't understand
sellout.
that. I don't
Don't
want
be a
to.
sellout.
I don't want to let it go.
Hey, look.
Fuck you.
off.
Let's be honest. You know, I'm
If
not gonna do
Swisher
this.
Sweet
I-
came up to Warfighter
Right.
Tobacco and was like, "We're gonna give you fucking
somebody
$8
said-
million to buy your product,"
Oh,
Gone.
yes.
Yeah.
Gone.
How long
See
are you
ya.
going to keep me on as the face of the company?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
right.
only
Yeah.
question.
6
Yeah.
months. Psh, bye.
Yeah, no, but really, like, that's the one thing that annoys me the most out of business in general. When people are like, "Oh, they're fucking sellouts."
Fucking
No,
right, dude.
No, dude.
No, let me
You're-
speak to
You're
this.
selling out for fucking $7.25 an hour, dude.
That's what I mean.
I've been
Yeah.
an entrepreneur for a long time,
Yeah.
right? And I don't make the money month to month. Like I don't.
course
I
not.
mean,
No,
John,
it's the end goal.
John and I we haven't paid each other for a long damn time, right?
I wouldn't
And-
be surprised if you never get to pay yourself.
Well,
I-
no. When is the time you get to pay yourself? Is when some
When
big
it's the cash
goddamn
out.
company wants
That's
to
it.
buy your company. That's when you make the money.
Yep.
and why
Yeah.
would you not do that?
Right, because
Why would you-
I
'cause you got
start
ego and pride?
right. We started Warfighter with nothing,
Nothing.
and
We started with a credit card from a different business.
if I can
Being
ca-
on that.
if I can cash out
Nice.
and have some if I can cash out and have something, I'll be able to start something else
There you
way
go.
easier than with
That's
zero.
the entrepreneurial spirit right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
That's what I
like-
would do.
Do this,
If I could do the cash out right now, I actually know the fucking business I would open.
Oh,
And I'd be
exactly.
a happy motherfucker sitting there running
Like,
that business until the day I fucking died. and it
Most
would be
people-
I would do
most
hand
people-
jobs for fucking $5 behind a dumpster, dude. $5.
Yep.
Line them up. Let's go.
I got $5
Yeah,
bucks.
most people that have
Kind of
businesses,
finish on a mustache.
Yeah.
they
Absolutely.
Dude, do you have Venmo?
$5 is $5.
Repeat customer.
Do you have
Right.
Venmo?
Right.
Like,
I do.
we square this away right now.
most people that have businesses, it's not like they have a backup plan, but they have like, in a perfect world, this is what I would do. In the 99% of the time, that perfect world, this is what I would do, doesn't involve like, I'm gonna buy a house and not do anything for the rest of my life.
No.
It's, I'm gonna do certain things to make my life like a little bit
Yeah,
better.
absolutely.
But I'm starting something else immediately.
Yeah.
Or within like 6 months. Like,
Well, Jess, you did that for a while. I mean, you
yeah,
led
6
your own
months you're out of the
business for quite a
game.
while.
Like
I've
you,
owned
it's like
a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
But I literally I had my own business and actually had my brother as my business partner, and was literally approached with an offer that was like, hey, do you want me to pay you X amount a year and you can come do this creative thing that you've already been doing for this decent amount of cash, or do you want to keep doing what you're doing? And I was like,
yeah,
where
sign
do I
me
sign?
up.
Like,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah.
And so I went and did it, and fucking less than 30 days later, transitioned my brother into the same company and got him onto that salary train and stuff. And I was like, it's the same thing you're doing, except for it's like full benefits and a salaried paycheck.
Now
and
you're
like-
getting paid.
Yeah, now you're actually making good money doing it. So
Yeah.
and we still own the company. I mean, it's not like we shut it down. And as far as our positions now are concerned, we don't have a non-compete unless it would be for a directly competing venue. Like
Yeah.
we can't go make media or creative for like another clothing company.
Right.
Right.
But if Warfighter Tobacco fucking called us and was like, "Hey, we want you guys to come in and do this fucking hype video for the brand to put it on the Facebook," yeah, fucking, we can do it all day. Like, it's not a problem. Like if Brandon called us and said, "Hey, we need a new promotional trailer for all of our social media for the bar. My company could go up there and do it. Like, it's not a problem at all.
Sure.
And do
So-
it well.
So we can still.
I'll call you.
So I mean, we still get to express a lot of the creativity and stuff that we wanted to do as being self-employed and having that entrepreneur. But
And you know,
but
you can
at
do
the
it
end-
on a,
it was
you can
also,
do it
you
on
know-
a more niche level too. Like,
I can
you
do,
know, so it's like you
and
gotta
I can
focus.
literally only pick and choose the clients I want to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't have to work for some fucking schmuck that I
know
never
what?
wanted to do work for.
Let me
Yeah,
talk
fuck
about
you, Chevrolet.
let me-
God.
I only worked with Ford. I never worked with Chevy. I only ever shot for
give
Ford.
me the mic for a couple minutes here. I want to talk about entrepreneurship and what it actually means to people who aren't entrepreneurs. Everybody thinks like, oh, they own the company, they must be rich, whatever, right? It's not the case, man. We're not rich. What being an entrepreneur is it means somebody at some point in your life is always mad at you. Somebody is always mad at you.
Yeah.
If your business is doing well, your wife and kids are mad at you.
Sure.
If your wife and kids are happy, your business partners are mad at you. If you know, like I remember the days when I didn't own a business and I used to get a 4-day weekend. I didn't have to think about it.
Oh Jesus, I'd love to have a 4-day
I
weekend.
haven't had a 4-day weekend in years. Like it's always work.
What
It's
is
always work.
4-day
Yeah, what do those exist?
Hey, fuck off with your 3.5 weeks of Christmas break.
But no, like
I'm just jealous.
Before I was an entrepreneur,
To be fair, Jess had to take that.
before I was an entrepreneur, I trusted everybody. Now I'm becoming a person that doesn't trust anybody because I have been fucked 3-4 times.
It does
and,
make
and
you
not,
fucking-
And not just a little fucked.
and not a little fucked, a
And
lot
then
fucked.
you're going to be labeled as an asshole.
Yes,
Because you're not helping somebody else.
and then like like
In his defense, though, these two will never be labeled assholes because
I would never say that.
no, they were the ones that got fucked
over
by
and
the-
over and over.
by the guys that you would call an asshole. And I'm only saying that
That's
because
how they do
they've been very, very transparent with me about how they got where they are.
Yeah.
And these were the guys that stayed honest and did right by everybody and continued to got fucked. And even at the end,
Even the
when
fuckers.
when they got totally fucked on it, they still did right by the guys that fucked them.
yes.
That's how good these guys are.
Yeah.
So these are not the guys that are ever going to get called the asshole. The other guys that are the assholes, they still did right by those fuckers.
Like I would get called an asshole, but it was only because I was like fucking.
an
Anyways, I'll give you back to Mike. I just had to chime in on that
yeah,
one just
yeah.
because I
Like,
know
I
of what you
fucked
guys
up.
went
Thank you,
through.
Jess. Thank you.
And you know, like Warfighter, we try to be charitable, right? As much as we can. And we get hit up all the time, like, hey, donate this, donate that, which is great. Like, if I could, I would support everything. But there's literally times where it's like, I can't support your golf event
Yeah.
because I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my house fucking
Yeah.
right?
So that goes
like,
back to
like
the term.
I owned a home for 20 years, right? I moved out here and I had to rent,
Yep.
and now I can't buy a fucking house because I'm an entrepreneur. I don't have the day-to-day income, and they go off of what they go off of. Like as a business owner, you want to the more
Is it-
profit you show, the more taxes you pay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
But it's not only your personal taxes that go off; they go off your business taxes. So,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely
if
they
your business, if you structure everything to show a loss, so you're not paying taxes
Oh,
because,
dude, you can't fucking buy a fucking dog.
You can't
burger.
find
dude,
can't buy
you
anything.
you can't get shit. Like, I want to finance a crackaroon from your wife.
Right
Sorry,
now,
can't fucking
like-
do
like-
it.
Finance that.
I'm gonna share some real shit right now.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I went from like having perfect credit. Right now, my credit score is like a fucking 540.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You know what I mean? It's a 540.
Brandon's decided
That-
you can't hang out with those peasants anymore.
What are you talking about, man?
But-
I'm like a
but-
760.
But
I'm good,
right?
man.
Nice, buddy.
Because you don't own a business.
That's why I don't own a
right.
business.
Because
It's not because he doesn't pay his bills. Everything's paid.
everything's paid. You know, but next month when I pay my credit cards and the timing's right, I'll have a 680.
Right.
But when the month turns over and they do my credit and my credit cards are maxed for the month and I haven't paid the bill yet,
it's gonna fuck you again.
You know, so
Yeah. Like this month you have $100,000 in debt. Next month you have $6.
yeah. So like being an entrepreneur
never
is
seen that?
it's not always great. So
This fucking asshole just showed me his fucking credit score. I'm fucking blown away.
Was it like 800 flat?
It was over 800.
Higher.
How do you get over an 800?
You can
goes
go up to 850.
It goes
Does it
to
really? I thought
850,
it capped at 800.
I thought, me
You
too.
can- you
we
can
would.
get there.
We would
You
think
can
that.
get there,
Because I've never
No,
seen
no, no.
700.
You have
so
to-
How long have you had a business?
But what you have to
11 years.
How
11
long has
years.
it been since you bought out your last partner?
Today, I bought my phone out today.
no, you literally just said that you absorbed a partnership today.
Today,
So.
I just bought them out.
What?
Just bought
All right,
my
let's
video.
get back to the lighter shit.
Now,
What's
did
the name
you-
of your bar?
Did you buy out your partner on
Jesus
good
Christ.
terms or bad terms?
Absolutely. Dude, he's one of my
fuck?
best buds.
Okay, that's the difference.
This dude is fucking the most stand-up guy I ever met. We've been buddies for fucking since 1986. We used to trade. I grew up poor as fuck. Embarrassing. Used to eat toothpaste for supper type of poor shit.
Been
It's
there.
kind of good.
Been there.
So just embarrassing. Like I don't want to talk about it.
After a
right?
while, it's
Right?
okay.
Dude, we've been
Yeah,
We,
so you get used to
literally
it.
everybody in this room. Well,
So
not
we
that
would
one over
trade
there.
Every year, my mother.
The millennial behind the computer over there. He grew up very privileged.
He doesn't know the
A
struggle.
couple months ago, my mother just messaged.
What'd you
my
say?
buddy
Your
Joe
dad
Bailey.
was a colonel. Go fuck yourself.
You lived that field grade officer life your entire life.
But we
And you
we would
enlisted, which I
trade
appreciate.
back
Yep.
In our, it cost probably 50 cents at the time. Birthday gifts from me and my buddy. We would trade $5 bills. So we signed a $5 bill. Happy birthday. And I give it to him in a birthday card. And the next
And you
year,
give it back
he
to
would
you.
sign it.
Same birthday card.
This went on for years.
That's awesome.
So you guys have a $5 bill. It's just nothing but
Dude,
signatures.
if I can find that $5, dude, that thing's probably worth. It's worth $1 million to me. It's probably worth $1 million to my buddy. But that's how poor we were. We just gave each other a $5 bill back. We never spent it. Cards are fucked off. Who knows where they're at? But I think my mom still has it. But she messaged him the other day, like, "Where's that $5 bill?" I'm pretty sure my mom has it. She's senile. She's getting old as fuck. But that's how poor you are. So
Yeah.
coming from that, and I understand. So what I was trying to jump to is everything is relative, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Hey, we made 100K this month. Well, let's just shoot low. We made 40K this month. But my
Son of
bills-
a, you can fuck off. The door is right there.
Yeah.
We made 40.
See? I'm
We
all
made
right.
40 grand this month.
But I'm just saying. but that's, dude. I was doing 150K a month at a bar
Yeah.
in my stores.
Jesus
But-
Christ, I need to stop.
But my bills.
I need.
that
I-
sounds really cool.
I need to
But my
quit.
bills were 200K.
Yes.
That's the
right?
thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And I hear you hear
That's
this.
gotta be a
you
record
hear
in
it.
my
You
family.
hear it. Night. You hear it. You hear it. I know y'all guys hear it. It must be nice.
The difference between
No.
you buying out your partner is your partner didn't try to steal the company, and
Absolutely,
you were
dude.
forced
This
to
guy's
buy him out.
fucking just honorable,
Like,
man.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
He's all-
the.
This guy's the biggest
Ranger.
shitbag.
All right,
I've
y'all
met
need to
in my
change the
life.
fucking
It's a
subject.
Ranger.
This is getting fucking heavy.
He's
No,
got
it's
a
real.
code of ethics.
God
that
damn.
No, I wanted
God.
people to know, like, if you're thinking about starting a business,
Don't.
just no,
fuck it,
Walmart.
do it.
but just think,
Get a 401k job.
just,
Dude, I'm going to Walmart tomorrow.
but just think twice because
Yeah, no, think twice because
It
I've
just-
done it. I've done it
it's
3
hard,
times,
man.
and it's.
Do your
not
due
easy.
diligence.
And
Do
I
your
did.
homework.
I did okay, and I was always on my own. The only one that I ever had actually. Justin was the only business partner I've ever had. I've never had
I'm
another business
fortunate
partner.
enough that I run a business with 3 other individuals that I fucking absolutely respect.
Loathe.
And no, I absolutely respect
No,
them. I think
Yeah,
and
but
the-
you know
and
why
the-
this
the
business
best
works
part
out so
is
well?
some of the
It's 'cause
best
we're
dudes in the world.
all
And
in
it's called the
debt
Freedom Friends
together.
podcast.
No,
and we are
it's-
so fucking
it's
in the
because
red.
that-
because all we spend our money on is booze.
Because
Yellow
that-
Rose
that-
give us money.
that
Duncan
bus-
give us money. Trigger, God damn it, we've been fucking plugging you forever
Right.
too. Give us money.
But that business was started over a couple bottles of whiskey and a handshake.
Yeah.
And the number one thing at the beginning of that handshake was nobody. I don't care how much you're putting in now, how much gear, how much money, whatever. Doesn't
is-
matter. The handshake was.
Been there.
It was an equal split.
Yeah.
It was an equal split amongst everybody.
Now it was only an equal
This
split.
summer.
It was only an equal split once Mikey got an iPhone.
Yeah, it was on an equal split once Mikey got an iPhone. Before that, he was.
Yeah.
And then he gave up the iPhone, and I was on 2 Samsungs. So I'm down. I think he's down to like
so
5%.
you're back down to 5%, bro.
Yeah.
That 20's still floating.
That's not a thing.
That so is. No.
What I was trying to say is everything is relative,
Yeah.
right? So if I made 40 grand this month and my bills are 45, I'm
Yeah, it doesn't
flat in
matter.
the hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that everything is relative. Like, hey, I made $3,000 this month, but my bills are $3,800. You're $800 in the hole.
Yep.
How do you recoup that?
Right.
You know, so it's everybody's on the same playing field.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so I call it to my people that want to, hey Brandon, how do you do this, or what do I got to do this? I'm like, man, it's a lot of work.
Do you know what I think it
a
really
lot of
boils down to?
It's a
Is
fucking, you know, it's capitalism at its
all-
finest.
Well, no,
Relative.
When what it is too is
Your paycheck
It's
is
the-
relative to mine versus a guy that works at Walmart or
Yeah.
HEB or
And what it is-
McDonald's. It's all relative. It
if you're
doesn't change.
an entrepreneur, it's not about what you're going to make year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's what you can set up to eventually
cash out.
cash
How
out.
does how's that saying
in
work?
10
I'm
years.
gonna live my life now like nobody wants to, so I can live my life later like nobody can.
Yes.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's the real lesson. And whatever you're gonna do, whether you're quote unquote working for the man, I absolutely love my job. I love the company
want
that I
your
work for.
Yeah, I love
Right.
it.
I love my job. I love the people I work with.
We'll hire your mustache.
But I happen to know, regardless of the problems stuff they've gone through, that the guys that run Warfighter absolutely love what they do. They love this company. They
I wouldn't
love their
trade
industry.
it.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't trade it.
Brandon, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much in love with what he does for a living.
Yeah, I love it, man.
So what it really comes down to is, regardless of how much you're making or what the risk is or what the income to debt ratio is or whatever it is, find something that you can believe in and you can stand behind. Because at the end of the day, that's truly what freedom actually feels
Bingo.
like.
Fucking
Is that you
true
actually
story.
believe in what the
Fucking
fuck
nailed
you're
it.
doing. And on that note, boys,
Ah.
I'm going to say I want to thank every single one of you
I'm making a drink.
for being my freedom
Yeah,
friends.
Are we done yet?
I don't think. Are we done?
Are we done?
Where we at, producer?
What? Yeah. What's our time? 1:16.
Yeah.
God damn it! Really?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
like I was saying, I want to thank every single one of you for being my freedom friends.
For Mikey.
And you
Thank
are
Keep stalling. Keep stalling. Almost done.
I got you.
some of the best freedom living sons of bitches that I've ever met in my life. And some of the best mustachioed motherfuckers that I've ever
least
seen.
one. At
Sorry,
least one
sorry,
of
we
them.
got a little serious on
So-
this one.
It's good. It's
Here's
good.
to you
No, it's
guys.
good.
No, for the listeners, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the listeners need to hear that.
Cheers.
And to y'all out there, find what makes you free. And then go
Fucking A.
tell your mom, tell your friends, like, share, and subscribe. All that freedom to
Wherever the
everybody
fuck
that you
you find your
fucking know.
podcast.
Yeah, but don't.
And if you have a business and you like the show, hey, give us some money.
Give
Because
us
that's
some
what it's all about,
goddamn
is we're
money.
trying to bring that freedom
Jesus
to fucking
Christ.
you.
We need it.
Hashtag Yellow Rose.
We need it for
Donovan,
new guests.
David,
We need it for new guests.
Mike, John.
And so on that note, from all of us here at the Freedom Friends, we want to tell you, go find some freedom. We love every single one of you.
Fuck yeah, we do.
And continue to smoke on, drink on, and God damn it,
Freedom
the fuck on. We'll see you guys next time.
Let's do it.